Alright, guys, hey, it's Giant Moon. Alright, guys, sorry I haven't been putting out any videos. My associate that I used to work with, things have gone down, so, I mean, we're still gonna do videos together. We're just taking a break right now. I read a book that was so scary and so mentally disturbing I could not finish it. I read the first chapter. I was on the second chapter of page I think it was 23, and I couldn't take it. It's called Feeding the Lamb. Now, I know you guys are going to say, "Well, you read Stalking Killing all the way to the end." Yes, but here's the issue. Stalking Killing, while scary, had a lot of suspense in it, and the torture scenes was like a roller coaster. It went up and it went down. And it had Stalking Killing was a little more subtle to where you could kind of see where it was going. It was more psychological disturbing. This one, and mind you, this one's not in color, because if it was, oh my god, I would need therapy. Now, just like with Stalking Killing, I'm going to leave a link in the description below, so any brave guys or gals out there that want to read this, you can. But I'm going to warn you, there's rape in this, which is not really much. It's just like a page. There's a lot of gore. There's a lot of horror. There's even cannibalism going on in this. It is scary. I mean, you guys can probably hear it in my voice. I didn't even want to finish it. I couldn't. And the other problem is the story goes so fast, you don't know. Well, you kind of know who's really the lunatic here, but the one guy's being blamed for what the other one's doing. And they give some backstory, but not enough to really have you understand what's going on. It's just like they want to just smash it right in your face. And I'm actually watching right now. I'm going to do a shout out. I'm actually watching Jacksepticeye. He's playing Resident Evil 7. So I'm actually watching that. And as I was watching, I was like, oh my god, I need to tell people about Feeding the Lamb. Yeah, that's what it's called. And I thought I would be able to handle it. Nope. No, I could not handle it. I was so disturbed at this that I felt like I can't even do this. You know, I felt like there's really nothing for me to even talk about this book. It's that disturbing. Hold on one second. I like hookah, by the way. If any of you guys or gals live in the Royal Oak area, there's this great place called Wild Bill's down in Clarkson. I'm sorry, my pronunciation is terrible. They've got really good stuff, good deals. Anyway, small promo for them. Let's get back to Feeding the Lamb. If I can real quick, I'll pull up the description of this book. It's pretty bad. The summary, this contains sexual themes, gore, violence, and strong, language, whatever. Yeah, the description or the summary really does not sum up what this is. It's very disturbing, and I know a lot are probably going to say, well, you couldn't even finish it, so how do you know? You know what, guys? I read Stalking Killing. I'm going to go back to that. Stalking Killing, like I said, it was in color. You kind of could see why this guy was the way he was, because he came from a broken home, and so did his victim, and blah, 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 and all this and that. Which, by the way, guys, I did finish the book, and I don't know when they're going to bring out the next volume. I guess they're going to bring out volume 2 or 3. It's one of them. I don't know which one. But Feeding the Lamb I really do not want to read this book, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get comments, people saying, you need to read the book, you need to read it. Why make this video if you're not going to? I challenge anybody to read this book and not come back and say, well, you were right. Which, yeah, I'm going to do more reviews on some other books when me and my associate can get back, because I told him he didn't want to read Stalking Killing. He was afraid he was going to need therapy. So I told him, well, then I'm going to have some other books for you guys to read, or for him to read, and we're gonna talk about it, because a lot of you seem to like when we do this together. So I'm gonna do that as a reward for you guys. But this book, I couldn't get into. I got into it a little bit, but I couldn't even get into it enough to do a full good review on it. It's got bondage in it. It's got so much things in it, and stuff that when you see it, you're like, dear sweet God. There is a scene, I kid you not, there is a scene where this guy is tied up and the torturer comes over and he is literally pulling the guy's teeth out with pliers. I was just like, oh God. And it just escalated. And I was like, yeah, they didn't have stuff like that in Killing Stalking, but I mean, at least in Killing Stalking, the kid's imagination ran wild with, gory details of him seeing his own dead body. But Feeding the Lamb, I mean, what a title. What a title. I mean, it's just, it's almost like the guy was literally written. How do I want to say this? It's that messed up. It's kind of like they based the character off of Jeffrey Dahmer, and if you don't know who that is, you need to go look it up. You need to go look him up. But I mean, the guy would open up his refrigerator and he would just have body parts everywhere, and I was like, okay, what did I get myself into? That's why I said, and in the worst part about it, I was reading it at night. Yeah, that's the best time to read a horror book, is at night. But I challenge anyone to read this book in its entirety. I challenge any one of you. You can leave comments in the description below if you've read it. Whether you've read it on the website that I go to, or you've read it on other websites, and you know this book, and you're like, well, if you get past this, it gets better, but I'm telling you, there is no way I'm reading this book. There's just no way. It's pretty, and it's only got, I'm gonna pull it up here real quick, for those who are curious. They list the chapters from A to B. So in A, because I'm actually pulling this up right now, so my computer's a bit slow right now. So in the first chapter, you have 42 pages to go through, and then in the second chapter, you have about 45 to go through, and I couldn't make it, guys. I think I was on chapter, I was on chapter 23, and I could not take any more. I think I went past chapter 23, and I was just so horrified that I couldn't even remember it. But it's one of those where if you like horror, you like, well, I don't know. Like I said with Stalking Killing's not for everybody, but at least in Stalking Killing, they kind of started building a relationship, kind of. In Feeding the Lamb, there's no relationship. I mean, if there is, it's just not there. It was scary. And I usually don't get real scared when I read books. Or even when I watch some of my friends play horror games, I don't really get... I get the jump scares because I played a little bit of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I got a little scared by the jump scares, but I was really laughing at those. I kind of found it funny myself. But with this book, my God, just there's just no way I'm going to read this book, guys. I'm sorry. I wanted to put this video out because I have been putting some videos out, but not of any reviews. But anyway, I'm going to call it quits at this time, guys. So as always, this is Jahia Moondragon, and as always, I will see you in the next anime. Bye-bye!